We are tracking Barry tonight. The storm made landfall this afternoon and then was quickly downgraded after that. The storm has been bringing a lot of rain. Levees are holding, but they're being overtopped, and that's leading to a lot of flooding in the area. Strong winds also did some damage, knocking down trees and forcing some power poles to topple over. Good evening, everyone. I'm Nicole Perez, bringing you continuing coverage of Barry's impacts. I'm live in New Orleans tonight, where the rain continues to be an issue out here, leading to major flooding concerns. You know, we hit a dry spell for a very long time this morning into this afternoon, but once the rain started, it really hasn't stopped. The Coast Guard had to make a few rescues today. About a dozen people were stranded in a remote island in Louisiana, all because of flooding. They made 2 more medical evacuations in several parishes. It's really the flooding and the rain that has been such an issue. So even though Barry landed as a hurricane category 1 and then quickly downgraded to a tropical storm, authorities saying that was never really the issue. The rain always was. Barry making landfall as a category 1 hurricane.
Don't worry about what category this is or whether it's a tropical storm. Our main concern is that this is a rain event.
Hitting the ground and downgrading to a tropical storm, even still pummeling the Gulf Coast with heavy rain and strong winds, prompting tornado warnings.
Bottom line is stay off the street.
Barry leaving tens of thousands without power. 3,000 National Guardsmen here patrolling the streets, ready to help when needed. Flooding continues to be a major issue in several parishes. This is the highest the Mississippi River has ever been, with a storm like Barry slamming Louisiana. In Jefferson Parish, officials ordering those who chose to stay and not evacuate to secure their belongings.
Residents should make sure that items outside of their homes are secured. That is something we've been trying to stress.
Business owners in New Orleans not so worried, telling me they've lived through Hurricane Katrina and Barry wasn't as much of a concern to them.
My concern that we will have some rain, but rain is like everyday business for New Orleans. So I was not much concerned, but I was only concerned about some like lowland area and some places I was worried about them, but not ourselves.
Cafe Du Monde stayed open all throughout the night. The owner telling me they did it for the people that stayed in town.
It's kind of a historic thing. We've been here for so long, and you know, we have to be here.
What's the mood you get from people coming in? Are they talking about the storm? What do they say?
Not really. They're just happy that we're open, and you know, they have something to do. And some of them are never experienced a storm. They're all excited about that. You know, I guess they feel safe and everything. So it's a good feeling.
And that's really what a lot of people said that we spoke to today throughout the day. They were really trying to enjoy the day in the French Quarter and enjoy it until the weather started to get a little bit worse. And then you started to see them sort of trickle away. And then once the rain started, it just really hasn't stopped. It's been raining for a few hours now. The Mississippi right behind me, you can see it there. So again, officials talking about the flooding concerns. This is the first time in the history that all of the floodgates are closed, and in the airports, all of the flights were canceled because of Barry. I'm live tonight in New Orleans. I'm going to send it back to you all in the studio. Certified meteorologist Luke Doris. Luke, take it away.
Thanks, Nicole. Whether the folks of New Orleans realize it or not, they really did catch quite a break. And let me show you why. The latest, this is a bit of good news. The forecast for the Mississippi River at New Orleans is down significantly from where it was previously. It's at 17 feet where it tops. That's comfortably in the minor flood zone. And the biggest concern for New Orleans was, of course, that the Mississippi would overspill its levees and breach those levees. And we were right at that level with previous forecasts. The reason why that changed is just a simple matter of geometry. The storms have been training this way. You can see the showers and thunderstorms moving that way with the winds. What that has done is kept the storm surge from going up the mouth of the Mississippi, which would have blocked any rain that is to fall. They're going to get a lot of rain from draining out. And if that rain couldn't have drained, the Mississippi would have been much higher. So just a little shift in where those storms have set up and the way that the storm surge has gone has got that break for New Orleans. Regardless, still a tremendous rainfall so far has been down in the Gulf of Mexico. The heaviest of that is going to move to the north, so they're going to get a lot of heavy rain through southern parts of Louisiana. They got a lot of it in Mississippi earlier this morning as well. New Orleans just kind of got started with it this morning. All right, winds to 65 miles per hour. It is a strong tropical storm still. Northwest movement slow at 7 miles per hour, and officially it did make landfall. It was about 1 o'clock local time as a Category 1 hurricane. This was in Intracoastal City, Louisiana, and we are still looking at a long and heavy rain event, upwards of a foot and a half of total rain as we work all the way through Monday before conditions get better. Alex and Andrew?
All right, Luke, thank you.